$1 billion.
$1 billion.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How many LLCs do you own?
Over 50.
Over 50 LLCs. What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
Hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of millions of dollars?
Yeah.
And did you sell your company?
I did.
For how much?
I sold it for $1.2 billion.
Did you have a lot of money when you started your business?
No, I had $5,000 that I had saved myself from selling fax machines door to door for 7 years. Do you guys know what a fax is?
Listen, the real billionaire's secret is there's no secret. You set out to make 100 grand and then you make $1 billion.
How did you make your billions?
I built the largest personal injury firm in North America. Look, Steve Jobs, he didn't build Apple. Woz built it. You know who the billionaire is? Jobs. You know who the billionaire's not? Woz. Woz was the genius of Apple, not Steve Jobs.
Number 1.
Excuse me, ma'am. How did you get rich?
How did I get rich?
Yes.
Working really, really hard.
And what line of business? Are you a business owner?
Finance.
You were in finance. On Wall Street or what?
That I can't tell you.
Wait, so real quick, I grew a channel to 17 million followers. I've interviewed 25 billionaires in the last 4 years, like Mark Cuban, Michael Rubin. I asked successful people how they made it for the younger generation. So I wanted to ask you, if there's one piece of financial advice that you learned throughout your career that you could instill in the younger generation, what would that be?
Invest in things you understand.
Like what? What was that for you? What was the best vehicle?
Real estate.
Did you like residential or commercial? What did you like?
Residential.
Why is that?
Because the timing was perfect for it.
And when did you buy real estate primarily?
This goes back to the 90s.
And what's the best city to buy real estate in today's world?
Oh, LA, anywhere where there's coastal properties.
A lot of people like red states. They're like,
Well, of course, because of politics. So red states obviously are better because of the tax breaks.
did you ever own a business?
Yes.
What was the biggest year you had?
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Did you have anybody that doubted you in business?
No.
Nobody doubted you.
No.
Why not?
Somebody that did cost them a lot of money.
So it's safe to say that it's not a smart idea to bet against you.
Absolutely not a good idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Listen, all is fair, and I believe in doing things fairly, and that business can be a win-win for anybody, but you should never get in a situation where you think that somebody else is not worthy of whatever. Everybody deserves a break and a chance to prove themselves in business.
What was the biggest challenge that you faced running companies? Because it's hard. You have to.
Employees.
Why? It was hard to get them?
Why? Because employees, you have to hire people that you trust. Men are linear, they're direct, they're clear thinkers, they're easy to take care of. Women are emotional, difficult to do business with.
So did you hire a
That
lot of...
happens to be the truth.
So did you not hire a lot of women employees then?
No.
Why not? Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Even as a boss woman?
Yes. You hire women that have men's instincts for business.
You mentioned buying real estate. Did you buy a lot of real estate?
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
With each of your properties, did you have an LLC for each property?
Yes.
How many LLCs do you own?
Over 50.
Over 50 LLCs? And how important was that?
Oh, it's critical. I mean, here's the thing. An LLC is a veil of protection, and everybody should understand their taxes. It will serve you for the rest of your life.
For every business that I've started and every property that I've acquired starting this year, I've been using an LLC.
Super smart.
The company I used to start my business and buy my properties was called Busy. I started my LLC through them, and it was one of the smartest decisions because it protects you.
I'm going to look at Busy.
You said you're 62 today.
Yes.
If me and you died tomorrow and you had
Yes.
one more message for the younger generation, what would that be?
Live while you're alive.
What's that mean?
Enjoy your life.
Number 2.
I've interviewed like 25 plus billionaires, but she would be one of the craziest ones that I've ever done, being that she's one of the only self-made woman billionaires, you guys. So we're gonna go do our best to try and get this interview for you guys and go get $1 million worth of gain. All right, you guys, so we just got to our destination. We're gonna be walking over right now to go meet up with and interview the legend, Sarah Blakely, to go figure out how to become a billionaire. Come on.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
How are you?
Good, it's great to meet you.
Congratulations on this whole movement and, success that you've had.
Thank you so much.
Stopping people and asking them cool advice.
We appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We get to meet amazing people like you, so it's all worth it for sure. Your story's been super inspiring to just learn about, and this is one I've been wanting to do for a couple of years now. So I'm glad that we get to tell it to our audience as well, and you've had an amazing journey. So I know that they're looking forward to it. My only request is that no holding back. We're going to give them the secrets right now on what it takes to build $1 billion brand.
Okay.
Can we do that? that?
Well, let's do it.
Perfect.
I got all the secrets.
Who am I here with today?
Sarah Blakely.
And for those that don't know, what was your business?
I make butts look better. My business was Spanx.
You're the founder of Spanx.
I'm the founder of Spanx.
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
A lot.
Give me a range.
Hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of millions of dollars?
Yeah.
And did you sell your company?
I did.
For how much?
I sold it for $1.2 billion.
You sold your company for $1.2 billion?
Yes.
Are you a billionaire?
That makes me a billionaire, yes.
For the ones that don't know, did you have a lot of money when you started your business?
No, I had $5,000 that I had saved myself from selling fax machines door to door for 7 years. Do you guys know what a fax is? I sold them and I saved my money.
Was it easy to get people to invest in your company?
It was so easy for me to get investors. You know why? I'm the only investor.
You never took on investors?
I never had a single investor in Spanx other than me.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Self-funded the entire 21 years.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. So it was really easy to get an investor. I sat down with myself and I was like, do you want to spend your $5,000 on a vacation or do you want to try to bet on yourself?
And you bet on yourself.
And I bet on myself.
So you don't think people should look to give their company away and give that ownership away to other people?
Listen, whatever you give away in your business, you have to be very willing to give up.
So you give up control.
Give
You
up
got to control. You got to make all the shots.
Yeah, I mean, I literally had no investors. I got to answer to my own intuition, which I really honored throughout the whole journey. I always pay attention to intuition over data, and I don't think investors really understand that, so that worked in my favor because intuition's not on a spreadsheet.
Did you face a lot of rejection?
Did I face a lot of rejection? I sold fax machines for 7 years door to door. Rejection is my middle name. I actually got rejected so much, people would rip up my business card in my face and they would escort me out of buildings. So by the time I started Spanx, rejection I knew was just part of the formula to success. Totally unfazed by rejection. In fact, the more I would get rejected, I'm like, oh, I'm closer to my yes.
What was the craziest thing that you did as a business owner when you were starting out?
Oh my God, where do I start? Well, definitely when I landed Neiman Marcus, which was such a prestigious retailer, I got a chance to be in one pocket in the store of the whole hosiery department. You know, Spanx was between like Donna Karan and Calvin Klein and all these huge brands, and no one had heard of Spanx. So I took bins that I bought at Office Depot and stuck them at every cash register in the store, which is so not okay. Neiman Marcus has a very strict visual department, but everybody thought somebody else approved it. So I was trying to get the product out of the sleepiest corner of the store and move it around to where the customers actually were.
So you have to do whatever it takes to really become successful.
Absolutely. You do whatever it takes. And I always say, ask for forgiveness, not permission.
I love that.
Everybody started buying it like crazy. And by the time they figured out no one had approved that I could do that, the CEO of Neiman said, whatever this girl is doing, let her keep doing it.
So it's safe to say that nobody's going to run your business like you are, the business owner.
Yes.
I saw in a video that you did recently that you think people should wait to talk about their idea with other people. But there's other people that maybe argue that and say that you need to talk about your business and run it by as many people as possible to get your thoughts. You disagree with that?
I disagree with that. I waited a year before I told any friends or family what I was working on, and that's because I didn't want ego to have to get involved too early. When ego gets involved, you end up spending your time defending it and explaining it instead of pursuing it. So I wanted to invest enough of my personal time in creating this crazy idea that I had. I worked at night and on the weekends on it until I knew I wouldn't turn back when I got doubt. And out of love, your loved ones will bring up things like my family was like, Sarah, if it's such a good idea, why hasn't anybody already done it? You know, even if this is a good idea, the big guys will knock you off in 6 months and you've spent your life savings on it. Had I heard those things the moment that I had the idea, I would probably still be selling fax machines or something else because faxes aren't really around anymore. But it's very true because ideas are the most vulnerable in the moment you have them. And it's also people's instinct to share the idea in the most vulnerable stage. Because you get an idea and you turn to your coworker, your husband, your wife, and you say, hey, I've got an idea. And out of love, they'll give you a list of like, hey, maybe you should consider this. And I didn't want that to happen. So intuitively, I waited a year before I sat my family down and they all thought I was crazy. They're like, wait, what? This is the idea you've been working on? This new type of undergarment? I'm like, yes, it's going to change the way women around the world get dressed.
What did you see differently than your family? The people that were calling you crazy?
The way that I saw that it solved my problem with my clothes. So all undergarments prior to that were too thick. They were heavy. They were made with thick material and you could see the underwear, you could see panty lines. I know you've had this problem. But anyway, you could see panty lines and I wanted a smooth look. And so I thought of pantyhose only because it's like second skin. The material is so lightweight that if I could create an undergarment out of that material, it would be breathable, it wouldn't feel bulky, it wouldn't feel constricting in the way that other traditional undergarments and girdles had. So it really created this whole new canvas for women. And I want to mention that I went into an industry that was in a double-digit decline. And I find that fascinating. A lot of people like to chase trend and where is everybody moving? And I'm interested in like what industries are sort of dying on the vine and why. And hosiery was dying on the vine because fashion had changed, women's styles had changed, and no one was solving the problem. So when I created Spanx, I created a new type of undergarment that didn't exist with the lightest weight material that was second skin in hosiery to go under women's clothes, and bam, it was like lightning in a bottle, and I filled a void that women had been waiting for me to fill.
Your last message to the younger generation trying to become a billionaire in today's world.
Solve a problem, bet on yourself, and have fun.
Number 3.
All right, you guys, so we're right now actually going to be linking up with John Morgan, billionaire lawyer, the richest lawyer in America, you guys. He built one of the largest law firms in the entire world, and we're going to be meeting up with him again. You guys saw our interview that we did with him the first time, but it's time to run it back. We're in his city. We're going to be getting the blueprint from him on what it takes to become a billionaire in one of the hardest industries in today's world. There he is. What's going on, John?
They will send like some rum-dum to do the questions, and you'd be coming from Austin.
Absolutely, man.
You're you yourself.
Yes, sir. It's good to see you. I know since last time our video got like 60 million views because of
Is that
you.
why you're back?
That's why I'm back. and they need some more billionaire secrets today.
Listen, the real billionaire secret is there's no secret. You set out to make $100,000 and then you make $1 billion.
Who am I here with today?
I'm John Morgan.
Are you a millionaire?
I'm not a millionaire, but according to Forbes, I'm a billionaire. Does Forbes lie? I don't know.
They don't lie.
I don't know.
How did you make your billions?
I built the largest personal injury firm in North America.
So was the sacrifice worth it to become a billionaire?
It wasn't a sacrifice.
Why not?
The journey is the reward. It was all fun. I wasn't looking to get rich. I was just looking to build a business. And then you wake up one day and you're an old man and here you are.
I asked you in our last interview, have you ever been fucked over before?
And I told you, yes, I have, but I fucked back. I know you like that.
Now there's over 8 billion people on planet Earth, and there's only like 3,000 billionaires. What's the one thing that you did differently from 99.999% of other people?
Look, I don't know. And people who say they do are lying. It works like this. It's a bunch of left turns, right turns, U-turns, backing up, and all of a sudden it ends up here. One bad turn, one wrong turn. It's all different. So I don't pat myself on the back. I don't say, hey, John, you're great. Drop me in a city and I'll be a billionaire in a month. No, I go, thank you, God, for letting me have this great luck.
Now take me back to the most life-changing conversation you ever had. What is the greatest advice you ever received throughout your career?
The most important person in my life was a guy named Bill Dimitri. He built things all over Florida. I gave the eulogy at his funeral. And the other thing he told me that I never forgot was this: John, the money does not belong to you. The money belongs to God. And if you remember this world's going to end like this. And on our last day, we're not going to be talking about money or what deal we didn't do. We're going to be talking about and thinking about the time we didn't spend with the people we love. Money's important, but at a certain point, it's not that important.
As a billionaire, would you consider yourself to be smart?
I am not smart. And I know I'm not smart, which is very good. But I'm smart enough to know I'm not smart, and I'm smart enough to hire people who are smart. I read a book once called Tight about Rockefeller. And in that book, they said he built Standard Oil. And somebody asked him, how can you build this oil company? You're not a scientist. You're not a geologist. You're a bookkeeper. And here's the line I underlined: I hire scientists. I'm not a smart guy, but I'm smart enough to go find smart guys and girls.
So the richest people in the world, they bring other people in to do the task for them.
Look, Steve Jobs, he didn't build Apple. Woz built it. You know who the billionaire is?
Who?
Jobs. You know who the billionaire's not? Woz. Woz was the genius of Apple, not Steve Jobs. How many people watching this even know who I'm talking about when I say Woz?
Nobody.
But everybody knows who Jobs is.
Right. How important is it to surround yourself with the right people?
Look, one time a guy named Bill McBride was running for governor. He was head of Holland & Knight, big law firm, and he told me this: your children are one friend away from total disaster. And if you don't separate it when you see it, you could lose your kid. And twice during my children's lives, I cut off 2 different children from coming to our house or going to their house. It's hard to do because your kids are like, what are you talking about? That's my friend. But we know better than our kids at that age. And it's hard to do. But what's harder to do is to let your kid go down that road and end up like that kid.
And they completely fuck up their lives.
And they completely fuck up their lives. Listen, when you lay and sleep with pigs, you get pig shit on you. You cannot sleep with pigs and get up without pig shit. That's from my brother Tim.
How can somebody connect with a billionaire?
Read a book called Never Eat Alone. If you're just going to sit at your desk and not get out your comfort zone, if you're not going to have lunch, if you're not going to go to a convention, if you're not going to network, you're not going to do shit. Luck doesn't just come. Luck comes when you're looking for opportunity. If you're not looking for opportunity, you're going nowhere fast. There's a lot of people like a gerbil on a spin wheel. They're running the fuck all day long. At the end of the day, oh my God, I'm exhausted. Hey, you went no fucking where. You got to leave the cage. You got to get outside. You got to come around. Hey, I'm at this convention. I'll speak here. I'll go there. I'll go to the happy hour. I'll network. You're not going to make money or find opportunity or luck or blessings or whatever you want to call it in the cage running on a spin wheel.
If I took everything away from you and all you could keep is one trait, one skill set, one mindset to become a billionaire and make it back, what would that be?
Keep your word and hire great people and share. Listen, the great circuses are built. The Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey. You see these little bullshit circuses around with a seal limping around. The reason that Ringling Brothers, the greatest circus ever, was this. The people came to see the lion and the tiger eat the man in the middle. You know why they don't eat the man in the middle? Because he loves them and feeds them. If you're building a business, think about the guy in the ring and why the lions don't eat him. Because he loves them and feeds them. And when you see the great Walinda up on the wire walking without a net, you know why he didn't fall? Focus. Focus, love them, and feed them.
You got amazing advice, man. This is awesome. Thank you, John.